JAYKNICK12, trying to holler at you for my first State of the Knicks address post preseason and pre-regular season. I guess, yeah, I got that right. Post preseason and pre-regular season, which kicks off tonight against a very tough opponent and former Knicks player that I'm rocking this in representation of my dude Melo, who's always been my dude. Not only is he a Brooklyn Cat, Red Hook, New York City, even though he went to B-more, but you know, he's been my dude since on McDonald's All-American. That one season at the Q's, you know, brought them the chip. Since he's been in the NBA, he's been my dude. Even when he was with Denver, I was a happy camper when he came to my beloved Knicks, even though people beef him with the way he got here. But that's neither here nor there at this point. And once again, as I've always said, he is just a player. Yeah, he might have been forcing his way out of Denver, but that don't mean that the Knicks had to give up all that they gave up for him. They could have told him to wait and let's snatch you up to bring you to a great and a better team if you just hold on just a little while longer and come to us as a free agent. But they was worrying about losing him to maybe the Brooklyn Nets, to the Nets, or any other team, and they panicked and they pulled the move, because let's be real, they know that there wasn't no free agents coming here. We haven't had no free agents that top flight free agents. Let's be real, top flight free agents in their prime or of the all-star or superstar caliber has come to our Knicks since the 90s Knicks. And to be honest, since the way they did on Bernard King, trading him, you know, giving up on him too quick with the knee. I understand he had the knee injury. And then what they did to Pat Ewing, Mr. Jamaican, Big Jamaican, the franchise player himself. You trade him to the Seattle Supersonics, really? After this man gave all of his blood, sweat, and tears for us? And then y'all wonder why nobody has ever come here since our 90s Knicks. And I'm not talking about via trades. I'm not talking about cats that they done signed that's past their prime or on injuries, returning from injuries. Because even when they brought Stat in, yes, Stat's a beast. But at this time, why no other team picked him up, and no other team literally gave him the $100 million we gave him? Because of his knees. Yes, the man could play. The man could still ball. But unfortunately, his body could not keep up and could not do what his mind and even what his skill set still wanted to do. So although he came to us and was balling, and he was balling, and everybody was like, oh, prior to Melo getting here, him and Felton was balling. But even once Melo got here, they were still balling. But unfortunately, injuries and his body and his knees could not keep him on the court long enough with Melo for them to form that tandem to actually see what they could actually do. But everybody, of course, the Melo haters and the Melo detractors want to put that on Melo. Melo ain't got no control over this man's body. Melo don't have no control over how the coach puts them in and out of. So that's neither here nor there. But I did this in representation of my dude Melo. That is gone. You know what I'm saying? Mad respect for him. You know, everybody harped on what he couldn't do, but that was nothing new. Since he came in the league, he was never known as a defensive player. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. If Melo wasn't the offensive player that he was and is, we wouldn't even be talking about him. We wouldn't even be wanting his jersey. We wouldn't have even been excited the fact that he came to the Knicks. The Knicks wouldn't even went after him, period. Because anybody, please tell me, put in this post, when I post this video, put in the comment section, anybody from Syracuse that is known for being a defensive player, or that is known as a defensive player. I'll wait. Even Derek Coleman, the only reason why he came across as a somewhat defensive player is because of his height and his length. He wasn't even known as a defensive player. And any player that's in the NBA today that is of Syracuse that might still be in the league. That might even still be in the league. Are they known as defensive players? No. Why? Because although it's a great program and it's a great system, but the reason why they really don't win much or haven't won since Melo left, or their players don't come in to the league and actually play any type of great D, is because of the system that they run there. It's a 2-3 system. So the reality is there's not many NBA players or NBA teams that actually run that type of system. So they come in defensively already because they don't learn one-on-one skills, even though that's not an excuse, because once they get here in the NBA, of course, yes, they can work on it. They can improve upon it. Their coaches can work on them and improve upon them. But let's be real. It's so bad with Syracuse players. When was the last time a Syracuse player has been a top 5 player or top 10 pick? Or even if they was still in the NBA, still making a name for themselves, or is even known. Johnny Flynn was a fly player. Kid was doing his thing. Where he at? There might be 1 or 2 guys that's still in the league besides Melo, but what do we know about him? What do we hear about him? Like I said, if Melo wasn't the offensive threat and offensive juggernaut that he was and still is to a degree, even at this stage in his career, even at his age, the boy could still hurt you, because y'all can say what y'all want to say. As much as I'm looking forward to this game tonight, to finally get to see my Knicks play, I'm not looking for it, because I think Melo going to blow our backs out. I think he's going to go ham. You know Westbrook is going to go ham. We know what PG-13 could do. So that tandem and Melo's first game against the Knicks in OKC, oh my God, I'm not looking forward to it, but at the same time I am, because my Knicks, new Grittape squad, new team. We got some hungry, thirsty dudes. And guess what? It's no longer this, because now it's this time now. For all those that wanted it, now it's KP time. Okay, now let's see. Let's see. Because even KP himself hating the fact that Melo gone. Because he knew Melo on the court made his job easier. Although he's relishing in the opportunity and he wants the opportunity. And I appreciate him and I respect him for that. But now, let's see. And the boy got skills. I'm not taking nothing away from KP. He got skills. The boy can play. The man can ball. He has improved each season that he's been in here. And he's only been in 2 seasons. So people relax, release, breathe. The man is not going to come in this season. But then again, he might. Who knows? And going to just take the whole league by storm. Or going to be the super all-star, that superstar player. The man still got some improving to do. He still got some things to work on. He still got some things that he got to do better, learn better. But I think playing in the Euro games actually helped him, because he was the man there. He was the #1 option. Teams was focusing on him as the #1 option defensively. His team was going to him as the #1 option offensively. And from what I saw, the games that I saw him doing things this summer that he wasn't even doing with us last summer. He was taking cats off the dribble, you know, pulling up mid-range. He wasn't just settling for the 3, even though he was banging the 3 still. He was defensively blocking shots, grabbing boards. So he was doing some things and working on some things that he needed to do and to work on. So let's see what's going to happen now this season. He's the man. And he knows it's going to be hard because Melo's not going to be there. He knows it's going to be rough because he's going to now be the focal point. But the key is, does he have what it takes? Only time can and only time will tell. Do our squad have what it takes? I believe that's why I created the New York Knicks Grittape page, because even then, even with Melo, they still play kind of gritty ball, and even the commentators was like, yo, they playing gritty. They playing gritty. So that's what we need. We need that New York Knicks Grittape, hard-nosed, blue-collar, go hard at them type of play on both ends, offensively and defensively. And the key is the coach. The key is the coach. Because we got young guys. We got young players. We got a couple of vets. And I think they all coming in with a chip on their shoulders. They all coming in hungry. They coming in thirsty. They coming in hearing the whispers that the Knicks is garbage. They trash. They ain't nothing. Oh, that sound kind of familiar. I'm sorry for anybody that's not a Yankee fan, but they were saying that about the Yankees. Saying, oh, they baby bombers, they got time to grow, they ain't gonna do nothing. And lo and behold, just by going out and just by playing their game, forgetting about the naysayers, forgetting about what people were saying and talking about them, they're one win away from the World Series. Who would have thought that? I didn't see that. And to be honest, this was the first time in a long time that I actually watched the whole Yankee season pretty much, because I didn't know some of these guys, and I was like, they ain't doing nothing. Jeter gone. All of the older guys is gone. That old glory, that old, everything. But these cats grew up right before our very eyes, and they doing their thing. So now back to my Knicks. I hear everybody saying what they want to say, and I be a little confused, scratching my head sometimes, because cats, I heard it mostly since Melo was on board, that it's not about the name on the back of the jersey. It's not about that name on the back of the jersey. It's the name on the front. But if there's no name on the back, how long is the name on the front going to last? How long is that going to stay in existence? Because it's the people on the back that's repping what's on the front to make on the front happen. So I never understand why people say that. And people say that, to me, just to throw shade and hate at somebody's name that's on the back that they don't like, that they wish wasn't there. Now watch this. I hated Vujacic. Sasha, not fierce. I hated him on the squad. But guess what? Whenever he got in there, guess what I did? I rooted for him just like I rooted for the next cat. Just like I rooted for Melo, KP, and whoever else. Why? Because his success meant team success, meant that we as a team was still getting stuff done. I didn't want Jose Ole there. Ole! This dude was allowing everybody to walk past him. I didn't want the cheeseburger there. Felt dog. Because to me, it looked like he was eating more cheeseburgers than he was... the way he was eating cheeseburgers, to me, the way the defenders was eating him. But when he was in there, I rooted for him. Why? Because his success meant team success. So there might have been players like people didn't like Melo, hating him for not playing D. Hello, that horse has been beat to death a long time ago. People talking about now with KP, the man ain't even start. Oh, he's injury prone. Hello, injuries is a part of the game. Especially if you've ever played the game, you know it's part of the game. If you watched it anywhere from 1 to 2 years to 3 years, you know injury is part of the game. If you watched it anywhere from 3 to 4 years, you know injuries is part of the game. If you watched it 5 years and more, 10 or more, you need to shut up complaining about injuries, because you know as a matter of fact that it is part of the game. Nothing can be done about it. The man had a low hip injury. It wasn't nothing devastating like I think Rondo's out 6 to 8 weeks with an injury, a hernia. He had to have surgery. Look at what just happened to my man. Oh, God, I hated to see that. My man Gordon Hayward. It's a wrap. People complaining about Frank Nitti already knees. Do y'all not know that this man played the whole summer? His team went to the finals. And he was been playing nonstop. And coming to the Knicks camp and the training camp and everything. So, of course, his knees is going to be sore from putting in work. So they held him out a few games. We didn't get a chance to see him in the summer league. Didn't get the chance to see him much in preseason. But what's more important? Seeing him then, having him ready then, or having him ready for the regular season when the games actually count? We as a Knicks nation and as a Knicks fan base, we are so impatient. We are so schizophrenic. 1 minute is Knicks this, and 1 minute, and everybody's entitled to their opinion and viewpoint, and I ain't knocking that, and I don't have nothing against that. But some of the stuff that we say and some of the stuff that we do, it just don't make sense, my people. The season ain't even start yet if Cats was going ballistic in the preseason. Some people calling Ron Baker a bum, and he good for nothing. Okay, that's your opinion, nothing for nothing. But how do you know he hasn't improved upon things from last season to this season? We ain't even get a chance to see him much. to see what he worked on and what he's done and what he didn't do, or anybody for that matter on the team, KP included. We won't know until we see them in real game against real opponents and with their teammates developing that chemistry, developing that identity, and going hard and playing and showcasing their skills and their talents. Some people call Lance Thomas a bum. Okay, whatever. You know, he can have his bummish moments, you know what I'm saying? But the dude still goes hard. He still plays hard. He still plays defensively. He gets after it. You know what I'm saying? We so hung up on athletic players and athleticism and cats that wow and all of that. And I see that all the time. Cats going crazy. He crossed him across him and missed the shot. Oh, he left him. He broke his ankles and he missed a layup. Really? So what all that mean? All of that, ooh, wow, it's nice. But if you don't finish the play or finish the pass off, that leads to an assist or knock the shot down or score the layup, all of that, ooh and ah don't mean nothing. You above the rim, but you missed the dunk. You above the rim, but you missed the layup. You, but you sell out the shot. All of that doesn't mean nothing, but you get somebody basic like Ron Baker that's just going to come down, get the team in operation, and that might knock the shot down or might not knock the shot down, but at least he's running it effectively and efficiently. That's what we're looking for on both ends of the court. We want effective and efficient play, both offensively and defensively. If we can get the oohs and the ahs and the wows and the fantastic and athletic plays with it, it's great. But if that other play, basic, like, hello, San Antonio, they boring. They basic play. But guess what? They get the job done. That's what I want. I want a team that's going to get the job done. And for all of y'all cats that's talking about, oh, it's not about the name on the back, it's not about this, but cats are already talking about tanking. Let's lose so we can get, I think this Porter dude or somebody else in the next draft. Oh, but wait a minute. I thought it was not about the name on the back. So how is it not about the name on the back, but then you want to go after certain names on the back that you think would help and benefit the team? Oh, I get it. It was just not about the name on the back when it came to this dude. Oh, okay, I get it. I understand. It just only applied to basically that dude. Okay, I get it. I understand. No problem. It's all good. But at the same time, it is what it is. Whoever's donning this jersey, whoever's name on the back, that's what we're rooting for. That's what we want. We want to see them successful. We want to see them make it happen. We want to see them do their job. We want to see them develop an identity. And thank God the Bermuda Triangle is gone. That's why I kind of wish my dude Melo would have been still here. It would have been great to see what he could have done with the new team, new players, without the triangle. But after the way Phil did him and the damage that was done, you know what I'm saying? I think it was at the point of no return, even if he wanted to stay. How do you come back to an organization that did you the way they did you? And then I guess it was just time to move on. It is what it is. So we got a new season. We got a new team, new Grittape squad. Let's see what they're going to do. Hey, you never know. Everybody's saying it don't make no sense to make it to the playoff just to get swept. Hello, how many, or just to lose? How many teams make it to the playoff and lose? Guess what? That's also part of it. But if they was to make it to the playoff and even lose, guess what? That's still improvement. That still shows progress. Hello, somebody. We can't, and the reason why I don't agree with the whole tanking and losing just to get a better pick in the draft. Hello, somebody, because I understand we build through the draft. You build through trades. You build through free agency. You know, all of that. But let's be real. Just because you're getting a top 5 player, that doesn't guarantee that the college game is going to translate to the NBA level game, or that they're going to be a success, or that it's going to work, or that they're going to pan out. It's a roll of the dice, just like it is when you sign a free agent, just like it is when you get somebody in the trade. It's no guarantee, but at least the people that's already in the league, that's already proven something, that you know what they can bring, at least that's a little more that you can work with, because you know what you're getting. You don't really know what you're getting with these new cats coming out, and especially most of these guys is coming out after 1 year, which means that although they got skills and although they can ball, have they fully developed their game? So they come in and give you a few highlights, and they can come in and take the league by storm, but where's their complete game? Where's the complete game? Have they fully developed their game? Which was partially what the problem was with Melo, even though I don't know if staying there 2 to 3 to 4 years would have helped him either defensively because of the system that they ran there once again. So the reality is I have no problem with getting the best pick we can in the draft, but not at the sake or the whatever the word is, not at the cost or the whatever it is. I can't even think of a Ginkgo biloba moment. Not at the cost of losing games and on purpose, because when you're tanking and losing games on purpose, it develops bad habits. It develops a losing mentality. And now how do you flip the script from losing on purpose now, and you got the player that you want, but you're in the losing system. You've been losing on purpose. Now you got to learn how to win on purpose. And as a player and as somebody that's competitive, that's against the nature of anybody that's competitive, against the nature, let alone as a coach. I will not ever tell my players to go out there and lose on purpose, even if it could benefit us down the road. And I just can't fathom that going, because every team that's starting this season, they coming in, even if there's no possibility, chance of them winning the championship or coming out of whatever their conference is. But that's your mindset. Your mindset should always be, I'm trying to get that chip. I'm trying to play the best that I can to put myself in the position, because that's the mindset. That's that competitive mindset. They'll already be talking about tanking, already talking about losing games on purpose so we can get the best possible pick. And who's to say that pick gonna work or gonna pan out? I don't know. This is just my opinion. Don't shoot the messenger. Just either respect or don't respect the message. Either hear it or don't hear it, understand it or don't. But all I'm saying is we have a new season, we have a new team that has a bunch of young players, some vets, and let's just see what they're going to do. And me personally, it's still all up to coach. And I don't know how it's going to work defensively. Hopefully, if they realize that we keep struggling defensively, Perry and Mills and them will make some power moves and actually get a defensive-minded coach in here to help Jeff out. Because I don't think we're going to have no problem scoring. I don't even think that's going to be an issue, because we got some scorers. We got some cats that can load it up. And they looked real decent. They looked real good moving the ball in the preseason, because now, quote unquote, even though KP's going to be that dude, but he's not a proven all-star yet. He's not even an all-star yet, even though he said, I'm going for it, which I like that talk. That means go for it, big man. Go out there and make it happen. It's not going to come to you. You got to go out there and get it. You got to go out there and take it. So in a week ease, we just don't know what this Knicks team can do or not do. And it's sad to say, it seems like Boston might kind of be out of it with losing their man like that. So that's even opening it up even wider for others. But to me, it's still up to the coach. As a coach, this is my viewpoint. As a coach, this is his job. You got to learn how to maximize on your players' strengths. Whatever their strength is, that's what you got to learn how to maximize on and utilize it to the benefit of that player and the team. And the next key is you got to learn how to strengthen their weaknesses, which means learn how to work on and strengthen their weaknesses, which means some people that's weak in certain areas, you learn how to pair them with this person that's going to help cover up that weakness until that weakness becomes a strength. So you got to learn how to mix and match and get the right players in there that's going to build the right chemistry that flows together right. And this is all up to the coach. And it takes time to make all of this happen. They shortened the preseason so you have less time to work on those things and to build on those things, because that's helping the season going forward. Not so many back-to-back games and you know, and all of these things to give them the chance to the players to get some more rest and even more practice time in between games and so forth and so on. So it's going to be interesting. It's all up to the coach, the coaching staff, how hungry the players are, how bad they want it. I don't want to hear it. I'm going to hear it, but I really don't want to see it. I'm not going to comment in it. I'm not going to be arguing with cats about no tanking and this, that, and the other. I respect your opinion. Just respect mine. I respect the fact that you're a Knicks fan. Respect the fact that so am I. I'm 44 plus years and counting, baby. I was a Knicks fan before Big Jamaican showed up. I grew up with Bernard King and the King family in the Brooklyn Fort Greene projects. And I'm talking real talk here. I was a Knicks fan even before Bernard King came to the Knicks back in '82. So that made, if I wasn't a Knicks fan, I would actually be a Golden State fan. And not this current Golden State fan just per se, but when Bernard King was with Golden State. Hello, somebody. So I know a little something. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've been in this thing for a little minute. He was with Golden State. And then he came back home to New York in '82 and came to my beloved Knicks. So that was even before Big Jamaican. So I've been in this thing for a little bit. I was 5 years old when the Knicks won their first chip. I was 8 years old when they won their last chip. So I done seen some stuff and I done experienced some stuff with this Knicks organization and been around this thing for a minute. So I know a little something. That don't mean I know everything, but I do know a little something. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm a Knicks fan. I grew up a Knicks fan, never rooted for any other team. But if I wasn't, I think I will be a Golden State fan. And from the fact that I lived there. I lived in Cali for a little bit. From 85 to 88. 85 to 88. I was living in the Bay Area. So I was a Golden State fan then. I like to showcase Lakers, but, you know, Showtime, but they were my team. LA Clippers was bums. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really like them. You know, I respected and appreciated Showtime with the Lakers. But because my man Bernard was there, he made me a Golden State fan. And I kind of appreciated. They had some other Brooklyn cats there as well. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, but if I wasn't Knicks, I would be Golden State. And from the fact that I live in the Bay Area, lived right there in the Golden Gate Bridge, baby. San Francisco, Alameda, Oakland. That was me. So I respect the fact that Golden State came from where they was at. Now watch them. Look at where they was at and to where they at now. It took time. It took them to build it through the drafts and through free agency and through trades. So it's going to take time for us to do the same thing. We have to be patient. We got to let it take its natural course, its natural flow, and let's just see what's going to happen. I believe we're finally on the right way to build this thing properly. But it's going to take time. It's going to take us being patient. It's going to take some love and less negativity. We're not going to always be happy with every result, with everything that they do. But the less negativity, the better it's going to be, not only for us and in the groups, but for our Knicks. We got to be careful what we putting out. The less negativity, the better it'll be for our Knicks, because we want them to go forth and do, because now this is the new era. It's the KP era now. And we got to back and support him. We got to back and support these cats. We got to back and support whoever's on the squad, whoever's not, the two-way players, the two contract, whatever. The ones that going down, coming up, trades that being made later on, whoever, whatever, however. If you really about the Knicks, then let's rep the Knicks right. Because it's your boy JAYKNICK12 representing that New York Knicks Grittape, baby. Because it's all about the New York Knicks. So let's go. It's about to be on tonight. I hope they be competitive. It will be a nice shock or surprise if they pull out the win. But I don't know. I think we might get murked tonight. Because, you know, Westbrook is a beast. PG-13 is a beast. And you know Melo's is salivating. He wants to show us. Y'all want to be going, but this is what y'all going to be missing. So it is what it is. I'm looking forward to the game tonight. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Grittape squad. My fellow Knicks Nation, my fellow Knicks fam. It's your boy JAYKNICK checking out and reporting for his first New York State of the New York Knicks address pre-regular season. Let's go Knicks. It's your boy JAYKNICK12. Much love, and I'm out. Peace.